Okay everyone, I am ready to pipe on my tarts. They're still in the fridge. We have this beautiful meringue that we just made. You can see it's nice and stiff. If I hold it upside down, it's not falling. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Really, really stiff meringue. Now, what I want to do is put this in a piping bag. But before that, I'm just going to choose what kind of piping method I'm going to use. So a lot of you have asked me how I do the piping that you see on some of my lemon meringue cakes. And this is actually the tip that I use. It's called a Saint Honor tip. And maybe you know that cake. It's absolutely amazing. I'm doing a big tart now, so I'm using the big one. But when I'm doing smaller ones, I just use the same thing, just a little bit smaller. Okay, see that V shape. You can use anything, you know, open star tips. These make really, really beautiful closed star tip of any kind. And you can also just smear it on top, you know, freestyle. That's beautiful. But let's do this one now. So what I'm going to do, you could already, and that's actually what we're going to do now, is put the tip on your piping bag. So I just put this down here, push it all the way to the end, use my scissors to kind of mark where I want to cut it, pull it off, and then keep it like this, okay? So you also don't want to do it too tight because you don't want it popping out, but you also don't want it overlapping your opening over here. So what you could do is roll this in, push it inside, and fill up your bag. If you're using a really big bag and everything goes into it, it's fine. But I like to use smaller bags just because it's more convenient for me to pipe that way. But I don't want to put all my meringue here, pipe it, and then have to open this again and put more meringue in. It's going to be so sticky and so uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to leave this aside, and I'm going to fill up 1 or 2 other bags with meringue. Then I'm going to pop this open and put it in the bag. So I'm actually using double bag method here. So the easy way to put any kind of liquid or substance in a piping bag is just put it around a cup or a jug like this or anything. Okay, and then you have the extras here so you can close it up afterwards, but you can put everything you like in there. So I'm gonna scoop out my meringue. I'm gonna put about half the quantity in there. I'm using the edges of the cup. I'm gonna lift it out there. Open my bag. And then I'm gonna just tie it over here and help my meringue go all the way to the bottom. I still got a little bit going up over here, but it's no big deal. I'm gonna use a rubber band. And what you can also do if you like, just take a bench scraper and scrape it all the way down there. If you have some of it sticking out like mine, you can do that. That's no big deal. I'm gonna put a rubber band here. Okay, hope you can see this well now. So it's still all the way up here, and that's fine. When we're gonna cut this, then there will be a vacuum and we'll be able to push it down. I'm gonna do one more.
love meringue. Okay, there we go. I'm using a rubber band, but you don't have to do this. I'm just showing you one method. You can also just hold it here while you're piping, that's fine. Okay, so I have my 2 bags of meringue here, about 50-50.
And what I'm going to do now is bring out my tarts. And there we go. I don't know if you can see this, but my refrigerator was a little bit lopsided yesterday. So actually, when I put it in the refrigerator and it was still soft, it went a little bit this way, but it's really not a lot and it didn't spill over. You can see the crust is really beautiful and equally browned, and the meringue will cover it anyway. Okay, so I'll just put this here for a minute, and then I'm gonna grab my bag. I'm gonna cut this open so I can put it inside, and I'm gonna cut it quite wide because I don't want this to also kind of block the opening of my piping tip here. So I think this should be fine. Then I'm going to put this in here. Okay, double bag. I'm gonna push this all the way so I can see it's almost coming out. Gonna put this aside. So what I'm gonna do is pipe here. From the far end, I'm gonna push it out, slightly lift it up, take it back, and let it rest. Okay, I might need some kitchen paper next to me just to wipe off the excess every time I start a new one. So I'm just gonna prepare this here. Okay. So, I'm gonna start from here, all the way from the end, and pull it back. Pull it back. I don't want to overlap too much. I don't want to be touching my crust because I like it when you can see a little bit of them, of the underneath. See this excess? Oh, maybe it's a bit bright. Maybe that's better. I'm gonna just wipe it off, turn this so it's comfortable, and continue. Okay, so when I'm starting to kind of rotate it, I'm gonna bring the meringue back in and give it a bit of a rotation like this. Okay, my bag is almost empty. I just have a little bit left in here. I'm just gonna do my other one. So snip it around here, back into my bag. I'm gonna wipe this clean. Just have a nice, smooth, might have an air bubble in here, so I'm gonna wipe it again. Okay, nice and smooth, I can continue. I'm gonna rotate my tart so it's easier for me to do. Inside out, sorry, outside in, outside in, outside in. These are shorter ones, and the last one outside all the way in. Okay, so that's kind of what you're looking for. So I still have plenty left. Normally this recipe is for 2 of these. So let's do the smaller ones. And you can put any kind of fancy piping tip that you like. Let's try to do what we did with the big one on this one and see how that works out for us. I've never tried it with the big one. Okay, you can just do something nice and minimalistic like this. You can also just do something like this. Really, it's all up to you. You can smear it around. If your meringue is stable, it'll be easy for you to lift up and move around. You can even do it with a spoon. Okay, fun part, fire. I'm gonna use a burner for this, but you can also heat your oven on a grill, and on the highest setting, just let it get really, really warm on top before you put it in for just a few seconds. You just want it to get a nice color, but you don't want it to heat the curd, okay? Same when I'm burning. I'll do it on a lower setting. And I just want to give it a nice little color here. Okay. Oh, that smells so good. Toasted marshmallow. Okay, now let's do this one. Try to do it from the same angle first, so you get this nice shade. Very careful with the flame. Okay, nice. Now I'm gonna do a bit of the top. So it looks really nice and toasted. A little bit over here from the inside. Just looking for spots where I can give it a nice color on the sides. Okay. And that's it basically. I really like how this one turned out. Look at this, it's so cute. All right, so if you want to get really, really fancy, I brought some edible gold here. And I just think that on this specific one, it really adds a touch of fanciness. Just poking it in there very lightly so it won't fly away because it's very gentle. And that's it. You have this beautiful set of meringue tart or tarts. You can put this in the refrigerator. You can eat this right away. This is basically ready to go. Good luck, everyone. Please, if you liked it, take a picture, tag me on Instagram or on Facebook. Tell me how it went. Tell me if you would change anything in the directions or the videos or the recipes. And I really hope you like it. Enjoy!